What if this is not really the Great Wall of China, but the Great Wall of Tartaria? The wall stretches over 13,000 miles. To put that into perspective, the entire United States from East Coast to West Coast is only about 2,800 miles wide, meaning you could travel across America nearly 5 times before reaching the full length of this wall. And according to history, this massive structure was supposedly built as far back as the 7th century BC. But here's where the theory gets strange. History says the wall was built by China to defend against northern invaders. But many sections of the battlements, the defensive openings used to fire arrows, face toward China itself, not away from it. Which makes some researchers ask a disturbing question. What if the wall was not built to protect China, but to protect something from China? And then there are the old maps. Some historical maps actually label the region north of the wall as Tartary or Tartaria, a massive territory that appears again and again in ancient cartography. In some documents, the structure itself was even referred to as the Great Wall of Tartary. Now combine that with the strange architecture, the scale of the wall, and the mystery surrounding Tartaria itself, and the theory becomes much darker. Some believe the wall is not Chinese at all, but a surviving remnant of a lost civilization that once stretched across much of Asia, a civilization later erased from history. So the question is, was the Great Wall really built by China, or are we looking at the ruins of something much older?
So if you still believe in outer space and you still think the Earth is a ball, after everything that we've learned, after COVID-19, after Dr. Fauci still being a free man, after them faking Epstein's death and allowing everything that you've learned, you really still think space is real? You still think they're out there working on satellites in the radiation belt? Like, you still believe that stupid shit? Just watch this one video and just pay attention for a minute, because this one's the real kicker, okay? Like, whatever they're doing ain't happening up there. It's happening over there, okay? There is land beyond the ice wall. We're trapped. We're all fucking prisoners. We're all tax slaves. They are mining our energy. They are harvesting whatever it is that we are producing. They're keeping us trapped in this square mile radius inside this ice wall known as the Arctic Circle. And there's land beyond it. We have the ability to go beyond it. But in order to go beyond it, well, it would take like the entire world rising up against every single foreign government. Because if even one of them becomes a world leader and maintains the power, like China, right? If China says you ain't going past the Arctic Circle, you ain't going past the Arctic Circle, right? Unless you have a more powerful military than China, and that shit ain't happening. Same with Russia. Same with America, okay? So right now we got 3 world superpowers that are saying you ain't going past the ice wall. You're staying trapped in here, slaves. Watch this video and let me know if you guys had a better conclusion of why the fuck would they be so hell-bent on preventing us from exploring Antarctica if there wasn't anything they thought were hiding over there.
This guy puts a bell in a vacuum chamber and then pounds this bell as hard as he possibly can. And you cannot hear any sound whatsoever. But take a look at what happens when he adds air back into the chamber.
And as we let the air in, now I think you can hear the bell quite clearly. And that's a very nice experiment to demonstrate how air is needed for the transmission of sound.
Air is needed for the transmission of sound. So with this being said, why don't we take a look at this spacewalk where we can hear sound in the vacuum of outer space, which makes literally no sense at all. What medium is this traveling through in the void of outer space? That doesn't make any sense at all. It literally sounds like they're underwater. They're probably just filming underwater and they have a green screen Earth and they're just LARPing being in space. Because you need a physical medium for the sound wave to pass through. Because it passes through the physical particles and causes a vibration. That's how sound even gets to you. And that's why sound can travel faster in water, because it has a denser medium to pass through. Sound travels even faster going through metal. But I made this video for entertainment purposes only. Of course, sound can travel in a vacuum.
And give my man, Holistic Health Nut, a follow over on Instagram. This dude's dropping straight fire constantly. This guy's off the hook. And I mean, guys, you do not have to be a rocket science. Listen, this is NASA's video of Jupiter. This is the sound of Jupiter recorded by NASA, okay? Like, this shit is such a gosh damn scam. NASA has been stealing our fucking tax dollars. They've never went to space. They've never sent a rocket into space. None of it's real. So I want my fucking money back from NASA. They got $26 billion last year. In 2024 under the Biden administration. $20 fucking billion. So that was 2 years ago. They probably got about $30 billion under Trump. Like, these fucking assholes didn't go to space. They're fucking cosplaying. Where the fuck is our money going? And are we ever going to audit NASA? We haven't even audited the Fed, so we're never going to audit NASA. But come the fuck on, guys. Just wake up. Quit being a slave. Like, people that believe this bullshit are literally like rooting for themselves to be fucking scanned by our government. How stupid can you be?
Krista called us the night before and said that we're launching no matter what tomorrow.
No matter what?
Yeah, she said we've had the word.
She watched the launch with her husband Ed and Krista's son's third-grade class.
Now, is it going to be too hard for you to tell us about the launch?
Well, there really isn't too much to say about it, except that, everyone saw what happened.
Yeah, but on the tape, you start sobbing before anything happened. Did you have a premonition?
Perhaps that's what you would call it. I did. I really, and I'm not like that. I didn't quite understand what was wrong with me. And my husband had said, maybe that was why, he had said, if I could, I'd go and take her off of that.
Right before it went up?
Before it went up, before the countdown. And I said, well, she wouldn't come.
When you look at the tape, it looks as though you see it happen before it happens almost. You remember?
Oh, I remember very clearly. The thing is that you do realize it, but you don't want to accept it. You know, something like that. You're thinking of all these things. No, it isn't. Something else is going on. They'll be all right, But you do realize it.
NASA said at the time that the astronauts died instantly, but there's speculation that that's not the case. I told June Scobie that we filed a Freedom of Information request for the black box cockpit recordings, but were turned down.
We've been trying to get information about what might have been on the little black boxes. And 10 years later, we still can't get the information because I think there is so much concern about you and the other families.
I appreciate that.
You do?
Yes.
You don't want to know. It's too hard.
Not only for our children who are growing up, but now we have grandchildren who are just being introduced to this.
Are you bitter? Are you angry at NASA? Are you?
No, I've never been. I don't think I've ever really felt bitter. It was a loss, and it was something we couldn't do anything about, and it had happened. And
Well, I have here excerpts from a diary that your husband kept, or a journal.
Right.
He said, she did not die for NASA and the space program. She died because of NASA and its egos, marginal decisions, ignorance, and irresponsibility. NASA betrayed 7 fine people who deserve to live. That is pretty tough.
Well, okay, it is, but you also have to think that that's a father.
Yes.
Saying this, and it is strong, but that's how he did feel.
If this is true, this changes everything that we thought we knew or were told by the education system and the establishment. And if they're hiding this changes everything.
In 2016, a group of independent researchers gathered at a salt flat in Bolivia, one of the flattest surfaces on Earth. Their mission, to test something that's rarely questioned, but absolutely foundational. How far can you see before the curve takes it all away? According to the globe model, Earth curves at 8 inches per mile squared. That means objects should disappear from view beyond a certain distance, hidden by the curve. So they set out with lasers, high-zoom cameras, and infrared tech. Their goal wasn't to prove anything, just to measure how far light and sight could travel in open, uninterrupted space. They placed a laser just 3 feet above the surface. According to globe math, it should have been invisible beyond 6 miles. But the beam remained visible at 10 miles, then 15, then over 20. No curvature blocked it. Next, they filmed distant buildings, boats, and islands across large lakes, sometimes 30, 40, even 100 miles away. According to the globe model, these objects should have been hidden behind hundreds of feet of Earth's curve. but the entire structure, base to top, remained visible. No atmospheric bending, no magic refraction, just direct line of sight. And then came the most damning test of all. 2 flags were set up miles apart on a frozen lake, with a third person holding a camera at the same height in the middle. If Earth was curved, the middle flag should have appeared higher due to the curve, but all 3 lined up perfectly, dead flat.
Okay, so forget the debate for a second. Just know that this happened. So what do we do with this information? It's flat. They proved it. There should be this curvature that there's not. Now, here's the question. Is it that there's like less curvature than they say, but it really is curved, but like not as curvy as we were told? Or is it like there's no curve, it's completely flat? If that's the case, what the Sam Dam are we on right now if it's not a freaking marble flying around in space? That is the question you want to be asking. And if it is flat, why would they hide it from us? I can tell you the going theory is it's easier to convince people that we're from a evolution than there was an explosion called the Big Bang and we grew from a fish and we turned into humans over billions and billions of years. It's easier to convince people that it's a random chance if we're this ball in space and there's a trillion odds that you even become a planet in the first place. Whereas if you're on it, something that's flat and it's not in space and it changes everything, it's more easy to believe and understand that we were created, not the result of a random chance. So that's the going theory with why they would hide this from us. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below and follow for more.